10 Lessons from Stoicism to Keep Calm. How often do you feel overwhelmed by the chaos of modern life? If you find yourself nodding along, you're not alone. But imagine if there was a time-tested philosophy that promised peace amidst the pandemonium, a philosophy practiced by great leaders and thinkers of the ancient world. Today, we dive deep into the profound lessons of Stoicism, a school of thought that has equipped countless individuals to remain unshaken by life's storms. From the busy boardrooms to the quiet corners of personal reflection, these teachings have proved their worth across millennia. Why should you stick around till the end? Because these 10 Stoic lessons aren't just philosophical musings. They are practical tools designed to transform your daily experiences, enhancing tranquility and resilience. Join me as we explore how to harness these principles to not only survive but thrive in today's fast-paced world. We begin our journey with understanding the core of Stoicism, focusing only on what we can control. This pivotal lesson teaches us to differentiate between our actions, which are within our power, and outcomes, which often are not. By internalizing this distinction, we empower ourselves to maintain serenity in face of adversity. Let's dissect this concept further. Did you know that Epictetus, one of the cornerstone figures of Stoicism, was actually a slave? His teachings are rooted in the idea that external circumstances don't have to dictate our internal state. Absolutely. Let's delve deeper into the second lesson from Stoicism: the obstacle is the way. The phrase, "the obstacle is the way," originates from the writings of Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. He taught that the challenges we encounter in life are not merely hindrances but opportunities. This idea is not just about overcoming obstacles, but transforming them into stepping stones. How does this apply to you? Consider a professional setback you might be facing. Instead of viewing it as a barrier, can you see it as a chance to learn and grow? Practical application in daily life. To put this lesson into action, start by identifying a current challenge in your life. Next, brainstorm ways this obstacle might actually benefit you. Is it teaching you patience, resilience, or a new skill? Perhaps it's steering you towards a path you hadn't considered before. This shift in perception is at the heart of Stoicism, fostering a mindset where every obstacle becomes a teacher. Lesson 3: Perception is reality. In Stoicism, perception isn't just important, it's everything. How you perceive events, more than the events themselves, determines your response and, by extension, your reality. This is why Stoics emphasize cultivating a perception that aligns with reality but also empowers resilience. Techniques to alter perception. One effective Stoic practice is the premeditation of evils, where you visualize potential challenges and setbacks. This might sound pessimistic, but the goal is to lessen the impact of these events should they occur, by mentally preparing for them. By doing so, you diminish fear and anxiety, enabling a more rational and composed response when faced with actual difficulties. Lesson 4: Live in accordance with nature. Stoics believe that to live a fulfilled and happy life, one must live in accordance with nature. But what does this mean? For Stoics, it involves recognizing our role within a larger system and acting in harmony with our own nature, rational and social beings. This entails developing virtues and living ethically, in a way that promotes the well-being of both ourselves and others. How to align actions with nature. Reflect on your daily actions and decisions. Are they guided by virtue, like wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation? Are you contributing positively to the welfare of those around you? Aligning your life with these virtues isn't just about personal morality. It's about contributing to the harmony of the universe, which Stoics argue is the very fabric of nature itself. Lesson 5. Amor Fati, Love Your Fate. A challenging, yet liberating aspect of Stoic philosophy is amor fati, or love your fate. This doesn't mean being passive or resigned to whatever happens. Rather, it's about embracing everything that occurs, both good and bad, as necessary parts of the universe and your life. How to embrace and benefit from whatever happens. Embracing amor fati requires a profound shift in perspective, seeing every experience, whether perceived as good or bad, as something to be welcomed, not just endured. This could be as simple as accepting a rainstorm during a planned outing with gratitude. Perhaps it offers a moment of reflection or a change of pace. Or, on a grander scale, it might involve embracing major life changes with an open heart, trusting that these shifts are part of a larger, beneficial pattern in your life. Lesson 6. Memento Mori, Remember you will die. The Stoic practice of memento mori, or remembering that you will die, might initially seem morbid. However, this reminder isn't about cultivating fear but enhancing appreciation for the present and focusing on living a life of meaning. Remembering our mortality encourages us not to waste time on trivial matters but to embrace life fully with actions that reflect our deepest values. How remembering mortality can be empowering. Think about what you might choose to do today if you were more aware of your mortality. Would you spend your time differently? Perhaps you'd be more inclined to tell someone you love them, or to finally start a project you've been postponing. This Stoic lesson urges you to live each day as if it were both your first and your last, infusing your actions with a sense of purpose and urgency. Lesson 7. Focus on present virtues. Stoicism teaches that the true value of life lies in the present moment. This very instant is where we exercise our virtues. It's not achievements or past glories that define us, but our current actions and ethical conduct. Importance of present actions over future outcomes. By concentrating on what you can do right now, you alleviate anxiety about the future and regrets about the past. This focus on present virtues means living actively in the moment, making choices that align with your ethical and moral standards, and influencing the world positively. Stoic exercises for mindfulness. Engage in daily self-reflection to assess your actions. Did they align with Stoic virtues? What could be improved tomorrow? This continual self-assessment not only deepens your understanding of Stoic principles, but also embeds them into your everyday life, fostering a naturally virtuous and fulfilling existence. Lesson 8. Use reason, not reaction. Stoics hold reason in high esteem, viewing it as the fundamental tool for living rightly. When faced with challenges, instead of reacting emotionally, Stoics advocate a reasoned, deliberate approach. Strategies to cultivate reasoned responses. One strategy is to pause when emotions rise, allowing yourself time to reflect before responding. This pause can prevent regrettable impulsive reactions and promote more thoughtful, reasonable ones. Practice this in everyday interactions, especially in stressful or emotionally charged situations. Lesson 9. Tranquility through minimalism. The Stoic approach to possessions and desires is straightforward. Less is more. By reducing what you depend on for happiness, you become more resilient and find tranquility not in material wealth, but in self-sufficiency. How minimalism promotes calm. Start by decluttering your environment. Each possession you remove can also strip away an associated worry or distraction. This minimalist approach isn't just about physical items. Consider also minimizing unnecessary commitments and digital distractions. Lesson 10. Practice misfortune. Finally, practicing misfortune is a technique Stoics use to desensitize themselves to fear and discomfort. By voluntarily exposing themselves to the things they fear losing or enduring hardships, they become more prepared and less affected when real challenges arise. Benefits of practicing misfortune. This exercise could involve fasting to appreciate food more deeply or occasionally foregoing comforts like air conditioning or hot showers. By periodically living with less, you not only appreciate what you have more profoundly but also reinforce your ability to cope with sudden changes or hardships. As we continue exploring these lessons, remember, Stoicism isn't just about enduring life. It's about thriving within it. Each lesson provides practical strategies for maintaining calm and resilience, no matter what life throws your way. As we delve deeper into daily Stoic practices, it's important to realize that Stoicism is not merely a philosophy to ponder but a way of living to be practiced every day. Let's look at some routines that can help integrate Stoic principles into daily life. Morning and evening routines. A morning Stoic routine might involve meditation on the day ahead, considering the challenges that may arise and planning how to respond in alignment with Stoic virtues. It could also include reading a passage from a Stoic philosopher to set a thoughtful tone for the day. In the evening, reflect on the day's events. Which actions were in line with your values? Where could you improve? This reflection helps to cultivate a sense of continuous learning and moral alignment. Journaling and reflection. Keeping a Stoic journal is another powerful tool. Write daily entries about your feelings, thoughts, and the actions you took. How did you respond to stress? What could you do better? This not only serves as a form of self-therapy, but also helps in making more reasoned, virtuous decisions in the future. Transitioning into the relevance of Stoicism in modern times, it's evident that despite its ancient origins, Stoicism has practical applications in today's world, from personal resilience to professional ethics. Relevance in the contemporary world. In the fast-paced, often superficial modern culture, Stoicism's call to focus on deep, intrinsic values rather than transient external successes resonates more than ever. Whether it's dealing with workplace stress or personal loss, Stoicism provides tools to maintain inner peace and perspective. Stoicism in business and leadership. In business, Stoic principles can lead to more ethical decision-making and improved leadership. By emphasizing reason over emotion, leaders can make more objective decisions, reduce workplace conflict, and create a more positive organizational culture. Handling emotions stoically is crucial. Emotions like anger and anxiety are natural, but Stoicism teaches us to handle them in a way that maintains our rationality and composure. Dealing with anger and anxiety. When feeling angry or anxious, Stoics suggest stepping back to assess why you feel this way and whether your reaction is proportionate to the cause. This reflection helps to reduce the intensity of the emotion and often leads to a more calm and appropriate response. Case studies and Stoic responses. Imagine you're criticized harshly at work. A Stoic approach would involve assessing whether the criticism has merit and, if so, using it constructively. If it's unfounded, the Stoic would advise you not to take it personally, maintaining self-esteem without external validation. Building resilience with Stoicism involves developing mental toughness, a key component in facing life's inevitable challenges. Developing mental toughness, Stoicism teaches that adversity is not an impediment but a means to build character. Regularly challenging oneself, whether through physical endurance activities, mental challenges, or learning new skills, builds resilience. Stories of resilience in the face of adversity. Consider the story of Admiral James Stockdale, who used Stoicism to endure years as a prisoner of war. His experience underscores how Stoic practices can provide mental fortitude and perspective in even the most extreme circumstances. In Stoic wisdom on relationships, we find that Stoicism also offers significant insights into maintaining healthy personal connections. Maintaining relationships under Stoic philosophy. Stoics emphasize the importance of understanding and accepting others as they are, without trying to control or change them. This acceptance fosters healthier, more respectful relationships. Case studies of Stoic figures in personal life reflect on the relationship between Marcus Aurelius and his teacher, Fronto. Despite their disagreements, Aurelius always showed respect and consideration, embodying Stoic virtues in his personal dealings. The impact of Stoicism on personal growth is profound, as it encourages a life of virtue and integrity, leading to personal satisfaction and legacy. Long-term benefits of adopting Stoic principles. Adopting Stoicism can lead to sustained personal growth and happiness. By focusing on what truly matters, virtuous living, individuals can lead richer, more fulfilling lives. Testimonials and success stories. Many who practice Stoicism report greater emotional stability and improved relationships, citing specific instances where Stoic practices help them overcome personal trials. Stoicism versus other philosophies reveals the unique stance Stoicism takes compared to other philosophical teachings. Comparisons with Epicureanism, Buddhism, etc. While Epicureanism seeks pleasure and avoidance of pain, Stoicism finds virtue the sole good. Buddhism and Stoicism share similarities in mindfulness and overcoming desire, but Stoicism uniquely emphasizes the role of virtue as central to human flourishing. Distinctive Stoic viewpoints. Stoicism's focus on virtue and rationality offers a distinctive perspective that helps practitioners remain grounded, regardless of external circumstances. Criticisms and limitations of Stoicism address common concerns about the philosophy's applicability and potential rigidity. Common critiques. Critics argue that Stoicism may suppress emotions and undervalue personal happiness in favor of moral virtue. However, Stoics would argue that true happiness comes from living a virtuous life, not from external circumstances. Stoic responses to criticism. In response to criticisms, modern Stoics suggest that the philosophy actually leads to deeper emotional health by providing a robust framework for dealing with life's ups and downs in a balanced way. Lastly, expanding Stoic practice beyond the individual considers how these ancient principles can be applied on a larger scale in today's society. Applying Stoicism in community and societal contexts. By promoting virtues like justice and temperance, Stoicism can contribute to more ethical and stable societies. Community projects and social activism inspired by Stoic principles can lead to significant societal benefits. Future prospects of Stoic philosophy. As more people seek ways to cope with modern stresses, the principles of Stoicism may become increasingly popular, offering a philosophical foundation for personal and collective well-being in the 21st century and beyond. This exploration into Stoicism shows it as a vibrant, practical philosophy suited to the contemporary world, providing timeless wisdom for personal resilience and societal harmony. Continuing our exploration into Stoicism, it's important to realize the versatile ways it can be applied not only to individual lives, but also to broader societal issues. As we think about expanding Stoic practice beyond the individual, let's delve deeper into how Stoicism can influence community dynamics and societal structures. Applying Stoicism in community and societal contexts, Stoicism advocates for personal virtue and rational thinking, principles that can greatly enhance communal living and social governance. For example, by promoting the idea of justice, Stoicism encourages individuals to consider the welfare of others and not just their own interests. This can lead to more cooperative and fair communities where people look out for one another. Stoic principles in environmental stewardship. Another area where Stoicism can have a profound impact is in environmental conservation. Stoics advocate living in accordance with nature, which translates into a respect for the natural world and a commitment to sustainable practices. By adopting a Stoic mindset, communities can work towards more sustainable consumption patterns and protect the environment for future generations. Stoicism and education. Educational systems can also benefit from Stoic principles. Introducing Stoic teachings in schools could help students develop critical thinking skills, emotional resilience, and a strong ethical foundation from a young age. This could lead to a more thoughtful, tolerant, and proactive citizenry. Civic engagement and Stoicism. Stoicism teaches that as rational beings, we have a duty to participate in civic life. This can encourage more people to engage in policy-making processes, vote, and be active in local governance. Stoic individuals might bring a more balanced, thoughtful approach to political discourse, promoting solutions that benefit the wider community rather than individual factions. Future prospects of Stoic philosophy. Looking forward, the principles of Stoicism seem well positioned to address many of the challenges of modern society. With its emphasis on virtue, reason, and common good, Stoicism has the potential to influence areas such as ethical leadership, corporate responsibility, and public policy in significant ways. Stoicism in the age of technology. In an era dominated by technology and rapid change, the Stoic practice of maintaining equanimity and focusing on what one can control is especially relevant. As we navigate the complexities of digital life, privacy issues, and ethics, Stoicism can help individuals and societies maintain balance and make wise decisions that consider long-term impacts over short-term gains. Addressing modern challenges with ancient wisdom. The increasing rates of mental health issues and societal polarization can be mitigated through Stoic practices. By teaching individuals to focus on their own actions and responses, rather than external circumstances, Stoicism provides a way to cultivate inner peace even in turbulent times. Stoicism and global citizenship. In a globalized world, the Stoic idea that each person is part of a larger human community, cosmopolis, is particularly poignant. This can foster a sense of global responsibility and encourage actions that support international cooperation, human rights, and global justice. Community projects inspired by Stoicism. Practical applications of Stoicism in community projects could include initiatives like community gardens, which teach patience and cooperation, or local forums for rational public discourse, promoting understanding and problem-solving over conflict. The role of Stoicism in personal development and social harmony. Finally, the blend of personal development with social harmony that Stoicism advocates is crucial for the well-being of both individuals and societies. As more people adopt Stoic practices, we may see a shift towards more sustainable, rational, and compassionate communities. As we wrap up this comprehensive look at Stoicism, it's clear that while it is an ancient philosophy, its applications are as relevant today as they were in the times of Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus. Whether through enhancing personal resilience, fostering community bonds, or promoting global ethics, Stoicism offers valuable insights and tools that can help address many of the challenges facing modern society. Embracing these principles can lead not only to improved personal well-being but also to a more just and sustainable world.